Patriots fans, tonight brings a twist, a bold decision, and a spark that could change our offense. A big name vanished from the rotation. A rookie is banging on the door, a quiet riser no one saw coming, and a cryptic message that lit up the fan base. Sounds like a lot? We're just getting started. This hits the locker room, the sideline, and the scoreboard next week. The question is, are you ready to handle the consequences? You won't believe what we've got today. So take a seat, drop a like, and let's get straight to it. And hold your breath, because the tensest part is still coming. Deep breath, Patriots Nation. The defense turned into a chessboard where every piece has a precise function and an immediate emotional cost. Over the past few weeks, mixed signals created noise, odd preseason preservation choices, packages with young guys getting reps, and front office moves that felt counterintuitive. Right before the opener, the script flipped. A presumed starter simply left the roster. The veteran who looked poised to grab the megaphone in the secondary watched momentum swing, and two names from the outside lane stole the night's soundtrack. No exaggeration, one decision altered hierarchies, redefined responsibilities, and reignited a fight for critical snaps in the middle of the field. When the dust settled, one question kept pounding. Can the new duo hold up when the clock is boiling in the fourth quarter? Let's break down the pieces and what it means right now. The shock had a first and last name. Jabril Peppers was released days after final cuts, blowing up the expectation of continuity and removing a loud voice from the heart of the field. In theory, that should have pushed Kyle Duggar into an immediate lead role. In practice, he started, then saw his participation plummet to just a handful of snaps before giving way for good. Who filled the vacuum? Jalen Hawkins and rookie Craig Woodson, who not only stayed on the field all game, but delivered exactly what Mike Vrabel's system demands: range to shut windows over the middle, courage to attack the backfield when the front invites it, and tackling that ends the play without extras. Hawkins brought pop on slot blitzes and aggressive reads on crossers. Woodson showed discipline in zone, closing speed and angle sense that denies yards after the catch. The contrast with Duggar's situation was stark and says a lot about where the project is headed. This completely repositions the board. If Hawkins and Woodson sustain this level, the internal priority shifts from save a lane for a vet to maximize the duo's synergy. Duggar, carrying a hefty contract and real market value, returns to the center of trade conversations. Here's the front office math. Retaining part of the salary now can turn an idle asset into draft capital or a reinforcement at another immediate need. Fans are split. Some want Duggar and nickel packages as an enforcer in the box. Others see this window as a chance to reallocate resources without losing efficiency on the back end. In identity terms, the message is clear: precision over pedigree. There are risks. Without Peppers, you lose situational experience and a vocal presence that helps align check-with-me calls in hostile environments. The counterweight is football physics. Speed, angles, and space closure fix problems no speech can. Hawkins offers sideline-to-sideline pursuit and late pressure spark. Woodson delivers clean tackles that kill offensive progression and reduce third and short. What to watch the next few weeks? Duggar's snap share, pressure calls with Hawkins on passing downs, and how well Woodson holds up against deeper play action. And that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day. If the defense flashed a warning light, the offense wasn't far behind. In a game that begged for balance, the run game vanished. The line didn't open lanes, and suddenly the entire outcome rested on Drake May's shoulders. 46 pass attempts, just over 3 yards per carry, and a painful deja vu, a young quarterback forced to carry the weight alone. It's telling. When the ground disappears, the ceiling collapses with it. The loss to the Raiders wasn't just on the scoreboard, it exposed a central problem. Where is the New England Patriots' rushing identity? Trevion Henderson was the face of the frustration. After an electric preseason where every touch looked like lightning waiting to strike, he got just 5 carries. 5 for 27 yards. Productive, then gone. While fans wondered if there was a physical or disciplinary issue, the answer felt brutally simple: conservative choices and clinging to the old script. Ramondre Stevenson, with a heavy contract and trust that no longer matches on-field results, had double the snaps without the same impact. Stoned on short yardage, predictable in his cuts, he reinforced the sense that the backfield needs a new hierarchy. Fast. The most unsettling part is this didn't come out of nowhere. Josh McDaniels has long had a knack for feeding running backs in the passing game, turning screens into explosions and checkdowns into steady gains. Henderson was drafted with that vision, a joker card, a playmaker capable of reopening lanes across the field. And yet, on opening day, he looked like a cameo. The staff's message, intentional or not, was clear. They leaned on safe instead of bold. The problem? Safe didn't deliver. Mike Vrabel tried to cool the tone Monday, talking collective effort and spreading the blame among Henderson, Stevenson, and Antonio Gibson. But the pictures speak louder. The run game was non-existent. The result was a rookie QB overburdened, forcing throws into shrinking windows, while the defense across the line sat comfortably adjusting pressure. Fans aren't infinite in patience. Why spend a second-round pick on a rocket if you're not going to light the fuse, some posted. It's a fair question, and one that echoes in the locker room. And if anyone thinks this can wait, the schedule disagrees. Next up is Miami, a team that that took a beating from Daniel Jones and the Colts, but rarely forgives hesitation. It's a perfect stage for Henderson to show why he's here. Attack creases, turn small runs into big plays, and take heat off Maye's arm. This isn't about 30 carries. It's about giving him the space to become a factor. That's what the offense needs. The clock is ticking, and Henderson can be the spark that separates a win in South Florida from another week of pressure and uncertainty. And that still wasn't the most surprising chapter of our offense. If the run game fueled doubt, the receivers offered a flicker of hope. Amid a bitter loss, a player many had written off started writing a different story. Keyshawn Boot, months of cut and trade rumors in his rear view, made every second of his 58 snaps count. 6 catches, 103 yards, crisp routes, and an obvious connection with Drake May, numbers that warmed Patriots' hearts and conjured a memory of Rob Gronkowski in 2018, the last time a Patriot opened the season with 100-plus receiving yards. Coincidence? Maybe. Sign of a new cycle? Very possible. What's most striking is how Boot sees it. To him, this wasn't a surprise. I've always known my potential. A lot of people doubted, but this is just getting back to what I've always done, he said. That carries weight. A player who slid in the draft, fought for his place, lived in veterans' shadows, and now answers on the field like someone who genuinely believes he's a rising star. The confidence showed not just in words, but in routes that featured play strength at the top, quick cuts, and contortionist body control on contested catches. He was the pop of explosion in an offense still locked up. The immediate effect. Mike Vrabel made a point to highlight the wideout's maturity and versatility. He noted how Boudet trained at multiple spots, grasped concepts quickly, and showed readiness for different scenarios. In a new system where every tactical detail dictates snaps, Boudet didn't just carve out space, he earned trust. For a rookie quarterback, that's gold. A target who understands the playbook, wins separation, and absorbs hits, widens the margins, and lowers the pressure to carry the offense alone. For the fan base, it's proof that medium-term projects can pay off. No one's handing out early crowns. Boudet still needs to show it week after week, especially against physical defenses and secondaries that test limits. But the chemistry we saw against the Raiders gives reasons for optimism. With each catch, the stadium reacted like a promise and no wonder, after seasons of high drop rates and a lack of reliable targets, seeing a young player turn doubt into production lights up debates. Is he becoming May's safety blanket? Can Boudet lock in as WR2 behind Diggs or even share top billing on intermediate and short routes? What's certain is the fans are in. Social feeds filled with praise, comps, and projections. He's different. Some said, this is what the offense was missing. Others posted. One way or another, Boudet became a topic, and in today's New England, that's a win. Offenses don't survive on cold numbers alone. They need stories and characters who pull the locker room together and give fans belief. Boudet, by all indications, is stepping into that role. And while we celebrate this new protagonist, an even more puzzling detail has surfaced inside the receivers' room. When we talk about flashes of hope, shadows of uncertainty arrive too. None got louder than the one from inside the roster, Ja'Sealon Polk. On Monday, the wideout posted a Snapchat photo in Patriots gear with the caption "Free One." Short, cryptic, and enough to set the fan base on fire. He wears null and didn't play against the Raiders due to injury. Coincidence or carefully aimed message? In a locker room already loaded with storylines, this poured gasoline on speculation. Polk's path isn't ordinary. Drafted 37th overall in 2024, the Patriots went after him after a trade with the Chargers, who then took Ladd McConkey. The college resume spoke for itself: 1,100-plus yards and 9 touchdowns in 2023, long route speed, and the frame to handle contact. The NFL transition, though, was bumpy. As a rookie, he totaled just 12 receptions across 15 games, modest numbers for a presumed instant impact pick. Then came this year's preseason shoulder injury, requiring surgery and landing him on injured reserve before kickoff. That's where the riddle grows. Free One sparked multiple readings. Some fans saw motivation: "I'll be free soon, I'm coming back." Others saw frustration, a sign he's unhappy with his place, especially since when he returns, he'll battle Diggs, Boudet, Demario Douglas, Mac Hollins, Efton Kizm III, and rookie Kyle Williams for snaps. The competition is fierce, and time away never helps. Each week, Boudet strengthens his hold, Douglas locks down the slot, and Diggs leads with pedigree. By the time Polk returns, the room could be even more crowded. Strategically, the question is whether it's worth holding a second-round investment that hasn't yet paid immediate dividends. The physical upside is there. 6'1", 203 pounds, good hands, and the ability to stretch the field. But in an offense starving for consistency, raw talent isn't enough. Vrabel and McDaniels must decide whether he's a long-term piece or a trade chip down the road. Fans are split. One side begs patience. Don't burn the kid, let him get healthy and show what he can do. The other is already looking ahead. If he doesn't fit now, clear the lane. The truth is, Polk's situation distills what this Patriots team is right now. Tension between experience and youth, between bets and immediate results, between patience and urgency. What did Free One really mean? Only Polk can answer. But one thing is certain. When he's back, every route, every snap, every comment will be under a spotlight. After that post, the game isn't only on the field, it's about narrative, perception, and pressure. So tell me, do you believe Polk still has a future in New England? Patriots Nation, deep breath and onward. The defense became a bold laboratory. The offense learned there's no ceiling without a floor. But Taplet a real spark, and Polk tossed a question into the air. What do we take from pressure to adjust now, courage to feed the rookie, and ice-cold discipline to negotiate pieces without attachment? The season won't wait. Every snap is a test of identity. Do you agree with prioritizing Henderson, keeping Batap central, and listening to offers for Duggar? Drop your thoughts below, subscribe, hit the bell, and smash that like to power the channel. Sunday's coming. See you in the post-game breakdown.